So if you're a girl or a woman and you've noticed that you started to lose your hair, don't do anything until you watch the rest of this video and then act. So hair is very important to both men and women, especially so to women. And when you start to notice that you're losing your hair, the immediate reaction of most people is, oh my God, I'm losing my hair. Let me go online, let me go to the pharmacy and find a magic cure that will regrow all the hair that I lost. And unfortunately, the trap that you might fall into is that is exactly the mentality that some people who sell hair loss products want you to have. They want you to be in a panic, emotionally vulnerable, go out and spend your money on the first thing they offer you. That's exactly where they want you to be. To avoid that, I'm going to give you a 3-point plan that will most likely, very likely, get to the bottom of the cause of your hair loss so that you can pick the right treatment. And you end up saving potentially lots of money and lots of stress and lots of hassle and lots of time as well. Number one, think about your lifestyle. Have you started to use something in the last few weeks leading up to your hair loss? For example, have you started to use a new oral supplement, either vitamin or minerals or another type of supplement? Have you started to use a new hair product? Have you started to use a new hair dye? Have you started to use a new prescription drug for whatever reason? Have you started to use medication from over the counter from a pharmacy? Look back into your lifestyle and look at what is the most recent change that I have done that might be the cause of my hair loss. If you've looked into your life and there's no obvious cause, there's nothing new that you started to use, then you move on to step 2 of the plan, and that is to go and see your family doctors to get a full health check. So this includes physical exam, blood tests and so on. The reason for doing this is that hair loss sometimes can be caused by a medical problem. Things like thyroid problems, hormonal imbalance, lack of certain vitamins and minerals, although that's less likely, can cause hair loss as a symptom. So you're not going to really solve the hair loss unless you solve the medical problem that was causing it. This is why running out to the pharmacy or the shops just to buy a product to regrow hair is just most of the time doesn't cut it, because you don't even know what's causing the hair loss. So how can you pick a right treatment? If that fails to diagnose the problem, then at that stage you should really consult a specialist, a dermatologist, or a dermatologist who preferably specializes in hair problems. And most likely you'll get a definitive diagnosis from the dermatologist. And some of the common diagnoses is genetic hair loss. Women get genetic hair loss just like men. There are treatments for that. Things like minoxidil or Regain work really well. There's a version or a brand for women. Another possibility is autoimmune hair loss. So this is when your own immune attacks your hair follicles. Now this is very difficult to treat because, to be honest, we don't really know how, the mechanism by which this happens. So unfortunately there's no cure or treatment as far as I know that works well. If that is your diagnosis, you might have to look at wearing wigs or hair systems, and that kind of thing. So it's very likely that by the end of this 3-point plan, you'll have a diagnosis and you'll be able to act on that diagnosis. Now, it's not a guarantee that the diagnosis you'll have will be treatable or curable. It might not be, but at least you know where you stand. Compare that to just running around like a headless chicken looking for treatments for something that you don't know what it's causing. That's the end of the video. If you like, subscribe. If you want an issue reviewed or discussed, just leave a comment in the below section and I'll have a look at it. Otherwise, have a great day. Take care. Bye.